Hello and welcome to this new episode of CIO Leadership Live Middle East. Today our guest is Amna Al-Balusi, Chief Information Security Officer at Bank Nidwan. Salam alaikum.
Salam. Hello. Hi, Andrea. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Hello,
It's a
Amna.
pleasure to be here today.
It is my pleasure to be with someone like you with huge background. You have been already in the banking industry and working in cybersecurity for 18 years, I think. So we would like to know more about you. Why did you decide to work in cybersecurity, especially being focused on the banking industry? We would like to know the real Amna Al-Balusi.
Why I start working on cybersecurity in last 10 years, or let's make it like this, last 18 years. I started my career as an IT developer. I was application developer, and after 1 year from being developer, I have been what's called elevated to the role of the network security. Well, at that time in 2005 and 6, it was only networks. They called cybersecurity network security at that time. So since then, I'm working as a cybersecurity, and it's later elevated to the information security, where all cybersecurity aspects have been led by information security. So total background I have, it is 18 years on the field of IT and cybersecurity, different organization experience, private, government sector, banking sector, with different experience. I used to be the consultant on cybersecurity. Today I'm acting as the CISO's role. Today I'm on the CISO's role in Nizwa Bank, and even my previous bank also I was in CISO role.
Mm-hmm.
So why work in this? See, I found myself, my management wanted for me this, I don't know what was the potential, but at that time it was new on the market. The topic was very hot on the market in 2006. People, they start talking about the security as a standard, ISO, PCI, all that at that time. So they decided me to be on this and start working on this. So I started working in policy in the ground, then by time get involved in many security aspects. So anything related to the IT, from the asset till the network, everything, infrastructure, security element was embedded on that. So I got involved in each and everything. So by time, everything have been built. My skills, my expertise was built on the security. So everything from the applications, from the infrastructure. So it become like very specialized field for me to continue on that. So IT and its security became passion for me. It started as a direction from the management, but over the time it become like passion. I like my job. I really enjoyed my role, and always happy to have team trained through me in cybersecurity. And today I see them in very good roles. I had team where they got developed by me, and now they are in different positions, and that's make me happy. That's all that experience and expertise I deliver to the team, who's now in very large role in their organizations. So it was not decision, it was direction. But today it is my passion.
But the right one.
I really like it, yes, yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, I think we know how important is the CISO role, especially in the banking industry. And now, what is the current state of the cyber threat landscape across the banking industry?
See, if let's not say, when it comes to the cybersecurity, it is not only banking sector. Yes, banking sector, because the financial organization, the importance of the cybersecurity, it's higher than the other organization. But overall, over all the organization, government, private, oil and gas, financial, cybersecurity threat landscape, it's similar. It's not different. The different it is the appetite of the risk in banking sector, it's maybe higher than the other organization. And if you see the same threats which bank have, it is same in the government. It's the same on even in your company. It is same, but the different the value of the risk and how much we can accept and tolerate as an organization. So it is internal threat. It is external threat. It's different, But if I will put them in one place, they are same. It's just the ranking and toleration. And for the bank, for the financial sector, my online services, my services which is available for the customer, online, digital, that they cannot tolerate, That's threats have to have controls. Internal control can be managed with certain level of accepted risk, but again, as a financial, as we are everywhere, our services everywhere, we have to ensure that we have right controls in place. We are actually more focused on external threats more than inside. In banking sector, it's all depend of, because in the end, my reputation will be impacted. So we work a lot in our front as a priority, then we are giving our internal as a second priority. And we have, of course, there is internal threats, but we see our highest threat is external threats because our all online services, our digital platforms are running as our, yes.
Yeah. That brings me to my next question. How do you develop new services and secure them in such a big environment with so many options and, as you say, external threats?
Organizations who want to go to the market and provide services, product, and be innovative. Security, it is very important element, and this is how it's going. Wherever there is development for the product, security is embedded phase one, and there is phases, at the RFP stage, at the proposal reviewing stage, at the testing stage. So 3 stages security involved in all the product and services, and wherever there is even initiatives on the organization, security is a first pillar. Today we see it in the market, and today we are seeing as a practice. Security it's already there now, starting from thinking about the initiative. Let's not say thinking about the initiative, from the strategy, till thinking about the initiatives, and till delivering. Security is part of all that phases. And security never been a showstopper for services and product going out, because from day one, the security element have been embedded in the services and products. So it is very easy to go because there is already a commitment between the business and security that to make it happen securely, and going to the market very quickly without impacting on the quality and security. So because we are there in all the phases, we don't see that there is challenges. It challenges for the people who are not part of all these phases. These people, they are getting a lot of obstacle going to the market very quickly because you are ready with the product. Security requirement, it's not there. Suddenly, security requirement become as a very important element at that time. And then project is delayed another 2-3 months to go live and be on the market. So yes, there is. I mean, in today in Oman, especially because it is regulated with a lot of requirements in the cyber security. Security, it is very important element in all the phases of the initiatives, like product services.
What resources, human and tech, need to be in place to maintain this kind of efficiency and attention risk mitigation?
See, if we talk about Could you please repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering what resources, both human and tech, need to be in place to maintain this kind of efficiency and attention to risk mitigation.
See, resources which have to be in place, actually, it is decided from the day one to make the success of the initiative itself. Because in this initiative itself, we will be highlighting the risk and how we will be, what type of the control we need in place to mitigate that risk. So whatever it is initiative, we assess that initiative against certain controls. Again, controls is to vary from internal and external. And today, the basic controls, it's already there. On top of that, we ensure that very important, if, for example, we are going with a product, what product has to have as a controls, and they are minimally available, I cannot tell you what exactly, because it depends to the initiative itself and type of the risk. And if risk is high, then of course there will be controls. There is samples which happened before that. There was initiatives, and then for that initiative particularly, we need to buy certain controls if they want to go, because the risk is high. So risk of, for example, exchanging data, it have to be having certain controls. That controls we need to bring in place to mitigate that higher risk for these initiatives. So there is always acceptance, that to mitigate high risk, which can impact going to the market, and we might be probably under the attack, putting that type of the control, because compensated control, it cannot help at that time, because certain controls can mitigate that risk, and that was not available, for example, and I have to go and buy. It's all depend on the risk, on the initiative, risk, and what type of the controls available we can manage with it, and by time we can have extra controls, or whatever we have is sufficient, and we can go whatever we have. So it's all depend on the type of the initiatives, because the risk, again, we will go back to the risk. External risk and type of the services we are going outside. And being internal, that's all vary, and effectiveness, it's the controls effectiveness, that's different, because in control effectiveness, when it comes to the services and product, it's different. Control effectiveness by protecting the organization, it's different. So it's vary between the type of the initiatives, the type of the protection we are doing for that initiatives. It is not same every time. There is minimum same, the base, but it's always extra on top of that. Like, such as, I will give you example. And like certain monitoring rules can fit for internal application.
Mm-hmm.
But that rules cannot be applicable for the external services. And we need to increase. So wherever we have new initiatives, we keep reviewing all that controls and see where we can increase controls and where we have to reduce the control and it's not applicable for that services. So it's a lot of ongoing engagement, for all the services. It's just not same. So there is no exact resources, there is minimum requirements, but it is always vary. It's all based on the nature of the product and services.
You were talking about the resources that are needed. Also, I think now every IT leader is facing the issue of finding the right talent. Are the skills needed available there in the market? Like, do you find the right talent when you go out and find people for your team?
Okay, that's a very good question. All CISOs, all cybersecurity experts, they're talking about this.
And CIOs.
Yes, there is challenges on this, but let me make it very simple. The problem today, not because you don't finding the right people, okay, or you don't have talent on the market. We have talent, but the problem with this talent that they have been taught on only particular things. They don't have 360 of their role or the meaning of what they have to do. So, for example, the pen tester, they only know pen testing. They don't know other things. They don't know governance. Okay. If you go to the governance team who is responsible for the risk, for the policy, these people, they don't know technical part of it, how it will work. So you have challenges, okay? But this all challenges have been created because of the leaders did not rotate them on the field itself. So they thought that we bring people just to put them, you will be doing only monitoring. You will be only doing managing only these two systems as an administrator. You only will be governance. So there is no rotation between them. So they don't know who know what. They have to, by time, get experience on the field of governance, and the other people will get on experience on other area. This is first challenge. Second which is main, people that are built like this now. Challenges for us to find that because people, they become security, not become their passion. It's a just job. So if it is only job and it is not passion from their inside, you cannot develop them in anywhere. Just to continue on that. So that's why we decided to bring expertise now, again, in top of these people knowing two areas. And still these people, for example, they will not know governance area. Still I have to hire governance only. Then I have to hire only monitoring. And then I have to hire only cybersecurity expert. These challenges, because they are developed like this, there is no passion, they don't want to do anything. It's a just job. It's a just name, I'm security specialist. But if you will start asking questions, they don't know what's meant by their role. They just know one thing or two things. But overall 360, they don't know. They cannot help now. It's really today, I used to interview a lot of people. I found them a lot of gaps. We work with a lot of consultants. They are only specialized on certain activities. They are not specialized. They don't know 360. That's why today we don't have this expertise, and we cannot, and going forward, we will not find them, because security and IT, it is something from inside. It is not something you will get. First, we have to be ready that this is something we like to do. This is how we want to grow. Then these people, they can go and even they grow themselves. They can teach themselves. You will find different people. You will see them yesterday, then different than today. So if we will talk from today and tomorrow about the skills and expertise, we will not find, because they're built like this now. They are not built slowly on all 360 on the field of the security, understanding all the pillars, all the areas, and we will find for each things one is specialized. They are specialized in specific things, and that will not help organization, because being security person, you cannot be only pen tester. You have to know if you do pen testing, how that findings will impact the organization, how it will be linked to the risk appetite of the organization. And if it is not there, then these people, we will always have problem with the people. I was attending Center conference last 2 months, and then these people, they're just attending conference. They don't know why they are on this conference, it's a security conference, we have to be on that. I don't like to talk like this, but this is the reality. People that don't know much, but they know only one thing. Security, everyone talking about the security, but if you will start digging on the expertise and the skills, you will not find that, because they are only specialized in very a small part of the security. Security, it's like ocean, you know. If you want to learn, you want to grow, you will learn. If not, then if you don't have it from the heart, you want to do it every day, you come, develop, do something new, then we will not found actually.
You know,
It is challenge.
Yes, please go ahead.
It is challenge to found expertise, but we are living with these challenges and this risk. It's already there.
The reason why we do these interviews is because, of course, we want to know more about you, but we want to know more about your role and the challenges you go through and how did you address those challenges. So with CIO Middle East Live, you can help CISOs working in the banking industry who maybe are facing the same issue. As you were saying, that's also the goal when we do events, like talking about cybersecurity, like how can we engage? How can we support each other? And also, I wanted to ask you about this, but I have so many questions. We have been involved in Women in Cybersecurity Middle East. That's why this association has been created to empower women, to talk about the challenges, to support young women that want to work in the cybersecurity field. We were talking about how difficult it is to find the right talent. You were talking about you cannot just work in mitigation, you cannot just work in governance. And every time at Women in Cybersecurity, we talk about, like the ladies always say, we need a diversified group. You cannot just work in this and doing this. But when we talk about having a diversified group, we talk about coming from different countries, having a team with both women and men. So, Anna, how do you empower women and how do you encourage young women that want to work in the cybersecurity field? Long question.
For women, actually, I'm person. I don't differentiate between the woman and man and everyone. As I go back to what I said, that if this is something they want to do, this is something they're passionate about. This is, threat, hacking, security. How we can secure? If this is really coming from inside, even the woman. Because this is not easy field for the woman, because you are on call, you have to ensure many things, you have to show your different capabilities. Today, if you will see in the market, is still women trying to prove that they are expert on cybersecurity and they deserve the different seat on the cybersecurity. They have a lot to give on the cybersecurity. Still, till date, women trying to prove that they are like their brother's man, that they can be on that seat. But again, we will go back to what I said, that even women, they have to be ready. There is many challenges in your life, challenges on proving yourself on this field. It is not easy. You are on call every time. You are making sure everything, like I talk about me as a CISO. There is different challenges. I'm married, I'm a mom. On the same time, I have a lot of responsibilities. It's a critical function. I have to ensure that everything is right, organization protected. I have to think how to keep this function very dynamic, having every day, let me not say every day, every week, we have different challenges, different way to work, keep changing here and there. So women have to be ready for these challenges. Sometimes, even on the weekend, we are on call, we have to ensure everything right, we are here, we have to leave the family and be on the office. There is emergency, women have to be there. It's a security, I sometimes get call at 12 o'clock night, there is some issues. So is woman ready for this? Being a wife, being a mom, they are ready. This should be, they have to question themselves. Second, it should come from their inside. Once they have this commitment and they love to do it, they can
Passion.
fly, you know. It is not man or woman. It is all about, I will be able to continue on this. All things which is surrounded, I can continue, because really it's a critical, we and IT always been in the front. We are on call, we are available in each time, they want us in each time, we have to be in the office, we have to make sure everything right, we are there. So this commitment should come from the woman, that this is something I want to do, I'm ready with the all challenges, either family level or the organization level or the market level. So this is, I can say to them, they have to be ready. Else, better they do something simple, not like cybersecurity. It's not easy function at all. And if they don't have time for it, better not to start it even, because it's really difficult. Because I know people, they started in this field, but they stop in certain stage and they couldn't continue because of a lot of surrounded issues. And there are many, and you are a woman and you can understand what I trying to say.
I think, as you were saying at the beginning, the best thing we can have is passion. I don't do cybersecurity. I'm a journalist, specialized in tech, and I love my job. I always wanted to work in communication, and that's the best thing you can have. It's difficult when you're a student to know, since you are 16 or 17, before the 18, they are asking you, like, what do you want to do? It's difficult to know at that time. Or even, okay, I want to work in technology, but do I want to be focused in cybersecurity? Is the banking industry where I want to be? You don't know. You get that with time. And sometimes you don't even get that. Like, I think having passion and loving what you do is one of the best things you can have. It doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, if you come from the Middle East, if you
Right.
come from Europe. Absolutely, loving what you do, it's your best skill.
It's a main. It's a key. It's key. You have to love what you do, because then you will be happy to come and give and learn and do things differently. Maybe it is a small function, but you can make it big because you love to change it. You love to bring it in different level, bring it in different maturity. And that's my advice. I was with one of the colleagues yesterday. She was requesting me that she have friend, she's working on business, but she's more interested on the cybersecurity, and her passion on cybersecurity. And she was requesting me to sit with her and give her direction on this. And I was happy because there is people who graduated business and are working business, but they are passionate about cybersecurity and they want to change from the business to cybersecurity.
That is
So
never
she
late.
was, and that was very interesting yesterday when she told me. I told her, okay, no problem, we can sit and I can direct her. She's a young lady and she would like to grow on the cybersecurity because this is what she would like to do. She just wanted to share with you. So just yesterday, they requested me that to meet her and discuss with her cybersecurity roadmap.
That's nice. That's so nice. Anna, it's been a pleasure to spend this time with you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, for being so passionate about cybersecurity. Shukran.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Shukran.